Time to start asking yourself the hard questions, folks. Questions like, is marriage what I really want? Is kids what I really want? Is the responsibility of being a husband and a father what I really, really, truly want? Or is this something I'm willing to give the girl that I'm in love with, or at least what I think I'm in love with? Today I'm going to talk to you about what you want as a man, what you want as a person, and not what you think you want. Because this is a very big problem with our youth today. We're jumping into shit because we think we want something. In reality, we just want the benefits or the luxury of having something for a period of time until we're ready to be done with it and walk away. We don't really want the full thing. We don't want the full package. We don't want what comes with the full package. We just want some of it right now until we're done, tired of being bothered, and we want to move on. And this is something that we as men don't normally get a chance to work out, because we're told by society that if we don't do certain things, we're not worthy. We're not worthy if we don't do it a certain way. Just like Christianity, if you don't choose the path that was chosen for you, you're going to go to hell. It's a big ass penalty for not wanting to do what someone else says is for your life. It's really fucked up, but that's what we're doing here in society. We're jumping down the tunnel blindly, hoping that we come out on the other side happy. We're realizing that it's not going to be a happy ride, and what we thought was on the other side is not even fucking there. It's not even fucking there. It was a picture frame. It was an illusion. It was a parlor trick. It was a smoke and mirrors. And by that point, we're stuck. We can't get out. We're finished. It's all over. Ring the bell. Throw in the towel. Do you really want to be married, guy? And if you do, and you think you want to be married, ask yourself again, what is the benefit of me getting married? What is the need for me to get married? Am I going to lose my girlfriend if I don't commit to her in matrimony? Am I going to lose my ability to procreate and have children if I do not get married? Am I going to be looked down upon because I refuse to get into this union, this institution? What is it for me? What do I get out of it? Where's my benefit? And these are the questions I asked myself when I was younger. But unfortunately, I fell deeply in love with my wife, and I wanted to make her happy. I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. So I felt like most people felt, especially when you're in church, that the best way to honor my wife was to marry her. So I went along with what I believed at the time was right for my life. And I'm going to tell you right now, I wish I didn't make those decisions. it's easy for someone to say someone or something is not a mistake because that's how they cope with it. That's how they accept what they've done. They say these things to accept the fuck up. Now, I'm not going to do that here. This was a big mistake. It's a mistake that I will pay for another 15 years. It's a mistake that I did not have to make. Am I saying my children were mistakes? Yes, they were. Because I didn't know what I was getting into. At the time, it seemed like the best thing to do because I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know what I was up against. I didn't know the pure responsibility of doing these things were. What I was going to have to give up to do these things. What I was going to have to relinquish, the control that I had over myself. How much I was going to be penalized for making such a decision. I had no idea. And hindsight is always 20/20, folks. What you now know, you wish you knew then. The decisions that you've made, you would have never made had you known the consequences of your actions. Some people will say that's part of growing up. Well, I say it's a part of social conditioning. They don't want you to know what's really on the other side. Because that, my friend, will open your eyes to the real. The blue and red pill. You will be opened up to what really is in store for you if you go down that path. And let me tell you something, guys. If you knew what you was up against, half of you guys, more than half of you guys would have never gotten married to begin with. Now, I won't say that there's no place in marriage at all. There is. There's a place for marriage. I mean, after a certain amount of years of doing your thing and sowing your oats and traveling the country or, to other countries and making your money and enjoying life and doing all kinds of things, it comes a time where you just want to settle down, you want to slow down, you just want to pick one girl and just be done with it. Well, that's when marriage is a good thing. You see, a 40-year-old man is supposed to be with a 20-year-old woman. Because a 40-year-old man has all the provisions that he's going to ever need. He's worked his ass off. He's done what he's supposed to do. So getting with a 20-year-old woman that is just starting out, that just wants to get married, have the house, have the kids, it's a perfect union then. She's getting what she needs. He's getting what he needs. Everybody's happy. But a 20-year-old marrying a 20-year-old is a fucking train wreck. No one has anything. Everybody wants all this shit, and nobody's willing to go get it. It's a fucking train wreck. At the end of the day, it's going to fall on your goddamn shoulders as the man. You can accept this if you want to. You can reject it if you want to. You wanna lie to yourself and to believe that there's really a thing called true love and soulmates and all this other shit. Then by all means, be delusional and think that there's really a such thing as real love. Go right ahead. At the end of the day, it's all boiled down to what he can do for me and what she can do for me. That's all it boils down to, guys. I don't give a fuck what you think. You won't get with a woman simply because she has a great personality. If she's a fat fuck that got a third eye, you're not interested. Right? We're all superficial. We just got our own ways of doing it, right? If love is all about just love, then why do women need men to have resources? Why do we have to have fancy cars and be 6'3" and fucking make $80,000 a month? I mean, why do we have to have all this shit if it really is all about love? good fucking question, isn't it? Why does she have to have perky breasts if it's all about love? You know how many great women out there that are homely looking? They have fucking amazing conversations. They're funny. They're great people to be around, but you will never want to fuck them. There's no attraction there. They love sports. They have hobbies that's like yours. They pretty much became men just with a vagina. How many of you guys are knocking down their doors, though? Because at the end of the day, it's about attraction. It's not about fucking love. What you want is a shiny toy to play with until you get bored and then you want to flitter her away. That's what you want as a man. You're not interested in her as a person. You're not interested in her for a long-term relationship. When I mean long-term, I'm talking about 15, 20 years. You're not interested in that. Somehow or another, you got trapped in being with her for so long. Whether it was a decision you made or a decision that you thought you made, but really she made for you. Because she gave you a consequence. She said, I will take away this great pussy if you don't give in to my demands. And you so full with cum, jump at the occasion to seal in this pussy. After 5 years of fucking the same bitch, you realize, what the fuck have I done? If you're even lucky to get the pussy at this point. It's sad to say that we do not want these things. I really wish we did, but we do not really want these things. We do not want to be married. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of man juice. It's a waste of male energy. And, you know, what we can bring to the table, what we can bring to life is a waste of that. Because we're so bogged down with work. We're so bogged down with work, we don't know how to just be inventive. We don't have the time for it. Is this what you want for your life, fellas? Is this what you are striving to do? This is what you're so eager to jump into. So you can seal in that perfect pussy. That's not going to be perfect for long. I'm going to steal a line from Stardust here, which was so profound and so eloquently put. Women are born millionaires. And over time, their value depreciates to zero. Whereas men, we're born penniless. And in time, our value goes in the millions. If it's not squandered away on the millions and millions that we paid for a woman that has no fucking value. You don't want marriage, guys. You don't want a relationship. You don't want to sit there and meet her family and her brothers and her sisters and her father and her mother. You don't want to do that shit. What you want is to fuck and bust your nuts and to move on. Man to man, this is Gary Lamb.